look, it's blues, I'm playing the blues. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's episode of Study the Masters, we're gonna check out Oscar Pettiford and his solo on a blues called Blues in the Closet, which is his tune as well. We're gonna check out a solo he played on a cello tuned like a upright bass or just like a regular 4-string bass guitar, so E, A, D, G. And it's 6 choruses long, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play one chorus and then I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna talk a little bit about the lines, the phrases, or some tools that he's using. And another thing to mention is that it's a blues in G, but maybe the recording was sped up, maybe there was something in the process. It sounds really sharp, so your A is not 440, but it's like 450 or something like that. So I tuned my bass to the recording itself. Let's check it out. So we start off, he starts off with a very nice simple phrase. So it's just like playing with the G6 sound. And then sitting on this A, so the 9. So. And then in the bar 5 and 6, or when we get this, when we go to the C7 to the 4, he plays this blues line. Something he does a lot in this solo, I noticed almost any time on this bar 5 and 6, he's using a blues scale, so G minor blues scale. And he's using also in combination with quarter note triplets. So it gets a really cool effect because you're kind of like slowing down and really pushing this line, like saying, look, it's blues, I'm playing the blues, right? So we got and that's just then going up the G major 7 from the 3rd, and then here like a pivot point. And over this E7 we got B minor triad into F. So it's like again like pointing out like this 9 to flat 9 movement in the dominant chord. So this E7, because this E7 is leading to A minor 7, right? It could also be like, if you could have different changes there. You could have like a B minor 7, B flat minor 7 to A minor 7. There are many possibilities there. Or B minor 7, B flat diminished to A minor 7. So there's a few ways to get there, but in any case, that F sharp to F really like pushes it out and like really makes it clear what the changes are, or the harmonic movement, I mean. So next we got, so really cool, just down A minor 7 arpeggio with the 2 as well, 2, right? And then very cliche line in jazz. So you're enclosing the 3rd of the dominant chord, so this F sharp. And remember this line here, because he likes to finish the solos in this way. So, and we're gonna come back to it later, so you'll see it used more often. Let's go to the second chorus. Again, blues, quarter note triplets. Again, starting with a very simple phrase that's based mainly on the G6. So it's kind of like establishing the tonic, the tonality, right? G, A. So it's kind of like building up. And then again, we get blues, G minor blues scale and quarter note triplets. And what he does here is, I wrote these accents on top. He's accenting every second note in the triplet. So instead of like he's like really. So it's really like a point that like pulls. It feels like displaced, but it's pretty cool because he comes back back in time with the 8 notes run, and it's all good. We're back. Then again, yeah, like some cliche stuff in there in the E7, and then on this A minor 7 chord. So in bar 21, he plays a C major 7 chord, so arpeggio, but he's pivoting it, and pivoting is something like really used in the jazz vocabulary a lot. It just sounds great. It's and it's also like allows you to never run out of like range of your instrument, right? So if you have a 4-string bass like with 21, or is it 20? No, how much is it? 21 frets, I think. You use these devices to never run out of options, right? So instead of C major 7 up, you play C here, but the rest jump octave down. And that's exactly what he does here. And so he plays going down the scale and then enclosing this. F sharp diminished arpeggio. You can think A diminished, C diminished, E flat diminished, F sharp diminished. It's all the same pretty much, and it's on this D7. So this is a very common thing again. If you take a flat 9, you get this diminished chord. So that's what he's doing here. Coming down the scale and then enclosing this B. So establishing again, landing on the third of our G key, right? So now in the next chorus, in the third chorus, he's quoting a melody of a song, and the song is "Willow Weep for Me." So if you know it, you will recognize it. And in case you don't know, I suggest maybe you pause here and go listen to one of many versions there are, and then listen to this, because it's really cool to hear it in the context that he's using here. So yeah, let's go to chorus number 3. So you could hear like him really like quoting. And then even the, and then he's coming back out of it. So that's pretty cool, and something that many players do, using like melodies from other tunes, other jazz standards, and quoting them. Yeah, then after we come back on this 7th bar, we get back to G major. Then he's playing almost the lick, like just going up the G major scale, F sharp, G, A, B, and just down the B minor triad on the E7, which kind of indicates that the changes could also be like just B minor 7, something like this, chromatically to A. And then on A minor 7, you see here again the same ending, just a little bit different rhythm, the same combination of notes, the same principle. Let's go to the chorus number 4. That's one of my favorite lines from him. Again, he starts very simple, playing a lot with this like a D pedal. Just simple idea, slowly developing it. And one important thing I want to mention here is like so this F natural that he plays there in the fourth bar of this fourth chorus. I know it says G7, but something feels to me like really something I found out and really important. This flat 7 really indicates the movement to the next key, and this F has a tendency to resolve to E. I mean, it resolves to E. So you see here there's an F, but then like in the next in the C7, the first note is E. So he resolves like to that E. So it's a really strong movement that you could really hear the changes even without any accompaniment here. So then from this E, what he does is he goes like it's E diminished, you could think, or just blues. It's probably more like a blues sound, this sound. And then my favorite phrase that he plays here. Now something, this is just like basically like a G triad, but on the upright bass, or in that case that cello bass, or however you want to call it, G key is a really great key to play on a double bass, because you can use all the open strings, and like this is a really line that I heard a lot in Ray Brown. So I'm pretty sure Ray Brown took a lot of his stuff from Oscar Pettiford. So, and then finishing on this E, the lowest note on his instrument, because we're in E7, right? And then we go the same cliche line as before, and the same ending as before. So you see, he's repeating a lot of ideas, lots of stuff here. And yeah, like I know that I often felt like I have to play always new stuff, but he's always constantly returning back, and I think this what makes this solo really nice as well. And then we have the last two choruses. They're actually exactly the same. They're and I'm not sure if it's like a second theme or something they came up with, because the piano player plays it note by note exactly the same, so it's an arranged thing. It could be a quote of another song, so in case it is and you recognize it, please let me know, because I'm really curious. It could just be like a second theme, because it seems very similar to the main melody. So let's check that one out. So this is a really great solo to study if you're getting into jazz or more into blues, how to improvise over blues changes. This is a really nice one. It's not too fast. It's very singable. It's very groovy. So yeah, I suggest learning it and looking at it a little bit. It's using many tools, like I said, like quoting different things, like pivoting chords, just arpeggios, all this kind of stuff. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.